This subject truly is timeless. It is about you. It is about being alive. It is about discovery. It is about feeling. And it is about that joy that exists in the heart of every human being.
Once there was a very, very poor man who came across an abandoned farm. He saved up his money whatever he could and bought it. He worked, and he worked, and he worked. He sowed his crops and reaped them. And he made a beautiful farm. Finally, the land started producing bumper crop after bumper crop, season after season. And each time there was a crop, he would sell it and save the money he made. He would save and save and save. After a few years, he became quite wealthy. So he took the money that he had saved and bought gold. Then he put the gold in a box. The man then decided to bury the gold on his farm. And one day, when he was quite old, he called his children to his bedside and he said, "Work the farm, and you will be rich beyond belief. But work the farm." And when he died, his children thought, "This crazy man, he spent all his life on the farm. We're not like him. We want to go to town, have a business and do many things." So they abandoned the farm, moved to town and tried to earn their living. They tried, and they tried, and they tried, but they remained very poor. One day a man who was also very poor came and asked, "Would you please sell me your farm? This is all the money I have." And the eldest son said, "A little bit of money is worth a lot more than nothing, so yes, you can have the farm." And he sold it. Now this man worked the farm, and guess what happened? One day, as he plowed the field, he found the box filled with gold. Within us, there's also a farm. It may be a neglected farm, but it is a farm. And in this farm is a field, and in the field lies a buried treasure.
I am here to tell you such a treasure is buried within this field. But you must plow this field. And if you do, you too, one day, will uncover this treasure that lies inside of you. The farmer knows how to plow the field. And we need to plow the field where the crop will be the crop of peace. I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about this. And I wouldn't be so passionate if I don't see a change being made. Slowly, more and more people are recognizing this need and joining. And more people are saying, on the face of this earth, in millions, of course the population is 7 billion, but at least it's in millions that people are saying it can be done. We live our lives, we have our jobs. Some days things are good, some days things are not so good. Some days it feels like you're dragging. Some days it feels like you're flying a little bit till you hit a wall, then you go, okay. Then you have your Saturdays and Sundays, and you do kind of the similar thing. And then Monday comes, and then you do the same thing, and then the Tuesday comes, and it does the same thing. Till one day, your cake, your birthday cake, has too many candles. And it's hard to blow out. That's the day you change the rule. Only one candle, please. It's too many. Then you begin to realize that life is passing by very quickly. And have you truly accomplished what you want to accomplish? And in this world, there's only two ways to survive. Only two. One is that you find that joy, that you find that beauty, that you find that wonder that fills your heart. Or suppress the feeling. Suppress the feeling. Learn to live without wanting happiness. So sad. And at the same time, I know that the reality is much kinder. That the joy exists in the heart of every single human being. That the peace exists in the heart of every single human being. No one is void of the most essential human treasures. Remember, it wasn't that long ago. Everybody was on top of the world. Economy was incredible. We were rich. You would go to a bank to get a loan for a house, and the guy would say, "Just one?" Why don't you apply for two? And there were people with 3 properties, 4 properties that couldn't even take care of a punctured tire. But they were rich. Everybody was rich. Everybody, I have to go there. I have a house there. I have to do this. I have to do. And then, there it is. All of a sudden, you're not rich anymore. Your total worth, which you never got to ever see, it was just somebody's evaluation, you are worth this much, disappeared. Now, this may come as why am I making all these funny jokes or whatever about the economy. This is serious stuff. This is reality. No. I'm not the only one. Many before me have said this is the grand illusion. Remember one thing about grand illusion. It looks incredibly real. That's what makes it an illusion. If it did not look real and you could just see how fake it was, it would not be called an illusion. Illusion is where it is fake, but it looks real. That's the difference. And that's the trap of traps. And we fall in it. And we say reality is horrible, but reality isn't horrible. Reality is beautiful. Reality is great. Reality is wonderful because you are alive and this is the reality. You exist and this is the reality. You breathe and this is the reality. One more day was presented to you in which you could consciously think, admire, appreciate this day called today. That you could admire, you could appreciate, indeed, this moment called now. Be in that simplicity. Prosper, yes. Be in that peace, yes. Be in that dignity, yes. And the good news is, all that you thought that you had lost, it's still coming. It's still coming. It's still coming. It's still coming. Prepare to gather this time. That's all. What is the difference in being poor and rich? What is the difference? Or, what is the difference in being hungry and not hungry? I'm asking you this question because it's an interesting question. You might answer it, food. Right? Did you agree? Food? I say no. I say no. Food in the stomach is the difference between being hungry and not hungry. If a person is surrounded by food, but he isn't eating, he's hungry. When he eats, and even if he's not surrounded by food, he's not hungry anymore. Same way. In your life, what defines you being rich or you being poor? Is knowing what you have. If you have all the wealth in the world, you could be sitting under a gold mine, but you don't know it. Every morning you get out and you beg for money, but you're sitting on a gold mine. So are you rich or are you poor? Somebody gives you a piece of glass, you go, piece of glass. Just my luck, piece of glass. You throw it away. Somebody comes along, walking by, goes, wow, a beautiful uncut diamond. I'm rich. Recognition. One was able to look at that and say, this is an uncut diamond. And the other one just said, oh, it just looks like a piece of glass. I don't want somebody to get hurt. So if you, in your life, want the wealth, the riches that have been given to you, you will have to learn how to recognize it. If you don't recognize it, then what has been given is given. You didn't get it. You never took advantage of it. And so goes the saying, empty-handed you came, and empty-handed you shall return. And the possibility, take something that is important. So now the question becomes, are you rich? What is incredibly precious? And not only precious, but what do you have that is precious and you have abundance of it? There is something. And it's not dollars, and it's not diamonds. It is another kind of wealth. And one thing that is incredibly precious is this breath that comes in and out of you. And not only is it precious, here's the beauty. It comes in abundance. Not just one. Dead. Because that wouldn't make you rich. The two things, the two tests that it has to pass, precious and abundant. There is one thing that qualifies. Every human being that is sitting in this hall, outside of this hall, in this world, everyone has this. And it is the most beautiful gift. This life is the most beautiful gift that we have been given. Recognition. Recognition of what you have been given. Recognition of this life. Recognition of being alive. This is how you celebrate. This is how you celebrate. To celebrate in gratitude. To celebrate in most simple way. And breath isn't the only gift that you have been given. It isn't. There is another gift, and another gift, and another gift that you are rich in. And you need to understand the richness of all of that. Peace also has been placed inside of you. And not only is it precious, but there is abundance of it. To last for the rest of your life. Rest of your life. If that isn't enough you have also been blessed with love. You've also been blessed to look, to see, called admiration. Do you realize these are incredibly powerful things? Yes, there are problems in the world. But the point is, amongst us, within us, lies the solution to those problems. It is indeed a privilege to be in the company of those who admire peace. It is a privilege to be in the company of those who want peace, not only for this world, not only for the mankind, but also for themselves. Give people that hope. Give people that understanding. I do it my way. And the way I do it is telling people what they already know. That what they're looking for is inside of them. And when people find and begin to look within them, they do not see ugliness, but they see a simplicity and they see a beauty. Find that beauty inside of you, because believe me, that's where it is. Dig for the treasure till you find it, because it's there within, inside of you. Seek and find. And seek till you have found. Do not take no for an answer. Dig, dig, dig till you find.